Palo Alto High School wants to preserve the history of Palo Alto and our school by digitizing our 120-year-old journalism archive. Can you help?
Digitization preserves and provides access to the Paly Journalism archive. Newsprint is fragile and will ultimately disintegrate and disappear even when preserved properly. That means that without digitization, first-hand knowledge of Paly's past will be lost. Paly proposes to work with Veridian, experts in newspaper digitization and access, to create an online Paly digital library. Digitization will aid preservation and provide access to 120 years of Paly's rich history for our students, teachers, alumni, and community.
Paly Journalism is very important because it's a voice of the students. We teach kids not only how to analyze news and how to evaluate, we teach them how to contribute.
This is the history of your community as seen through the eyes of scholastic journalists here, as seen through decade after decade after decade of journalism students here. You've got to capture this and keep it. It's part of the museum of what it means to be a Palo Alton. In the past, if you wanted to search through high school newspaper history, you would have had to have gone to the journalism teacher's room, found a stack of old dusty newspapers, and just dug through by hand. And this culture is way beyond that now for everything else, but not for scholastic journalism records. And we are going to be able, through this project, to make it so you don't have to do that. You will be able to access all of the history of Palo Alto High School through the eyes of its student journalists online. It's awesome.
Palo Alto was founded in 1893, and its close connection to Stanford University meant education was its #1 business. Back then, most students in the United States stopped going to school after 8th grade, but an 8th grade education wasn't sufficient for the majority of Palo Alto students because they aspired to go to college. Even then, people moved to Palo Alto because of its excellent schools, and eventually a new high school was built on Stanford land in 1918. However, students couldn't move into the school until January 1919 because of the worldwide flu epidemic. Paly Journalism tells the story of the school, the community, and provides valuable perspectives on world events. Reading past editions helps students make connections with the past and find common ground with the generations of Paly students who came before them.